Monster Island. The story starts with an introduction to the Hell ships that were used in World War II. These ships were used to carry POWs, prisoners of war. When an Allied force submarine sinks one such Japanese ship, two prisoners survive. One British prisoner of war and a Japanese man. It is not clear why the Japanese man was also imprisoned. The two were chained together before the ship was attacked. They eventually end up on a seemingly deserted island. Initial mistrust triggers a fight between the two. The fist fight is only broken when the Japanese man spots a monstrous figure in the sea and shoots at it, saving the British man. The creature vanishes and the two men relax. Naturally, the two stop fighting and opt for teamwork. The British man introduces himself as Bronson, while we learn the Japanese man's name is Saito. Despite not understanding each other's languages, the two men bond as they scavenge for food and a way to get out of their shackles. With a lot of effort from Bronson and a little bit of intelligence from Saito, the two manage to free their legs from the chains. Just when they start to enjoy Saito's culinary skills in the form of roasted crabs, their space is invaded by a handful of intruders. Two Japanese soldiers, accompanying one beleaguered local fisherman, arrive at the island. Following Saito's advice, Bronson runs to the woods and hides. While the soldiers interrogate Saito, Bronson watches them from a safe distance, ready to pounce if things go south. And things do go south as the soldiers quickly catch up with Saito's ruse. Just when they are about to attack Saito, a loud, bestial shriek interrupts the warring men. With Bronson's fearful eyes watching, the island's monster, a piscine humanoid figure, appears and attacks one of the soldiers. With minimal effort, the monster beheads the soldier with brute force. It makes short work of the remaining men before turning its attention towards Saito and Bronson. The monster chases them towards a cliff, and the two men take a tumble. Bronson gets stuck in a tree, while Saito falls into a river. Thus they begin their separate journey of survival. Saito has a strong moral compass. The reason he was arrested was due to defying his superior's orders and eventually killing his commanding officer. It appears that his commanding officer's futile orders would have caused many of his compatriots' deaths. Something that should have been avoided at any cost. To save hundreds of lives, he killed the one life that was deeming everyone else's lives worthless. That is why he was thrown into the jail with Bronson and others. The monster is called orang-ikan in the local language. It translates to fish man. Although it seemed the orang-ikan worked alone initially, it becomes clear that it had a family when Saito stumbles upon the body of another orang-ikan. Near that monster's body, Saito finds the wreckage of a Japanese fighter plane and the body of its pilot. The hole in the monster's head and the bullet casing near the pilot's gun tell the complete story. It seems the pilot killed the male orang-ikan out of fear, probably without any provocation. That orang-ikan's partner, a female one, understandably goes out of control after that. The two men's separate journeys lead them to the same place, a cave by a lake, which seems to be the monster's home. Saito has taken the dead pilot's gun, while Bronson has found a bomb from another fallen fighter jet. Saito shows what he has found inside the cave. The two men are astounded to find a fetus hanging from the wall. The fetus contains a baby-like figure of orang-ikan. The monster that has been attacking them has been doing so in a bid to protect her child. When the mother orang-ikan arrives, the two men try to detonate the cave using the bomb. Bronson tries to trigger it while Saito fights the monster using his katana. The fight leads them inside the cave. The orang-ikan catches Bronson and impales him. Seeing no other way to save Bronson, Saito shoots at the fetus. The bullet breaks the fetus and kills the baby. The mother orang-ikan leaves Bronson to run towards her baby. Bronson, realizing he is dying, asks Saito to get out of the cave so that he can detonate the bomb in a suicidal mission, in the hope of killing the monster and saving Saito. Despite Bronson's sacrifice, the monster survives. It chases Saito to exact revenge. Realizing that a head-on collision is inevitable, Saito traps the monster. He poses one of the dead Japanese soldiers' bodies as his replacement while burying himself in the sand. The bait works as the orangutan attacks the already dead body, giving Saito a chance to put a couple of deadly katana strikes. However, he gets injured while doing so. Eventually, Saito has the chance to put the katana through the monster's heart. But he does not. He lets the monster live. Saito knew the orangutan was exacting revenge and protecting her offspring. He knew the circle of violence would not end unless someone showed mercy. He hoped his act of mercy would be reciprocated in kind. And that is exactly what happens. Seeing Saito not killing her, the orangutan stops her vendetta. She leaves Saito and retreats to the wilderness. When Saito is rescued by the U.S. Navy, he does not reveal the whole truth. The officers ask him if there is anyone left on that island. Saito denies. He realizes the only way the orangutan and her species can live is if they are left untouched, especially from any kind of human contact.